What was the story you were telling me about your brother choking?
Oh, yeah, okay. So we were watching TV late one night. We were little kids. My little brother, he's choking on a gobstopper, which is
The perfect
fit.
pipe. Yeah.
It's perfectly lodged in there, and he's choking. He's not making a sound. No air is escaping, and it's clear what's happening. We start yelling and screaming. My dad comes running in. My dad grabs my brother by the ankle and lifts him up off the ground.
Your brother's how old?
6 to 8 years old, something like that. My dad grabs him by the ankle, lifts him up like this, and punches him in the stomach. And the gobstopper just goes.
Smash cut to the courtroom, and they're like, and at what point did you think beating up your child would help?
You gotta admit, this is a pretty good image right here.
It's a thumbnail. It's the path to demonetization.
Part 2. Choking and the Heimlich.
All right, we're back with Jenna and Daniel, our EMT experts here. You're going to be teaching us today about choking.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right,
Good. Doctor. When I was a kid, it was like you hit the kid on the back was the way to go. And then I hear about the Heimlich, and it's like, no, don't hit in the back. That doesn't do anything. Do the Heimlich maneuver. And now I'm hearing like, I don't know, one or the other. Do something. Is that where we're at?
Both.
Oh, really?
Really?
So what about the stomach punching thing that we heard Jason talking about before?
I mean,
It's kind of a modified
not advice,
Heimlich.
but it's a modified. Yeah,
better
it's a
than
modified
nothing?
Heimlich.
It really
yeah.
is. It's a modified Heimlich.
Yeah.
I like how a lot of your answers are better than being dead.
That really is.
I mean, that's
really
really
is
the
it.
case.
So I guess the first thing is figuring out how to tell when somebody's choking. I guess the international symbol is do
Yep.
this,
Yep.
right, if you're choking.
Or one hand sometimes.
But then I also hear, like, if somebody is able to say, I'm choking, then they're not choking.
Yeah.
Correct.
And so what, you just say, like, no, you're not. Like,
You encourage them to keep coughing. If they can get air through, they're not their airway isn't completely blocked. So if they're wheezing, making any type of noise, then encourage them to keep coughing.
Tourniquet the neck.
high and tight.
High and tight.
If that doesn't work, then you would move to the Heimlich.
So I guess the moment you could tell that somebody is very close to choking, you're sort of like in support mode,
Yeah.
right? You're at the ready. So Heimlich is the preferred, not hitting in the back.
Correct.
I am certain that this is wrong, but the way I remember Batman doing it to Robin was, I want to say it was like at the belly button and you had two fists and you went up and back or something. Is that not right?
See, I thought it was the diaphragm.
Yep, as a diaphragm. So
Where's your diaphragm?
You find their rib cage, like where it meets in the middle.
It's the soft
And
spot.
It's a soft spot, like right here.
I should really know this as the father of 3 children. So you don't want to be feeling any bone. You want the soft tissue
Right.
underneath.
You want the soft spot right here.
Okay.
In fact, if you press it on yourself, it's gonna be uncomfortable. You're
Yeah.
gonna feel almost like you wanna gag or throw up.
This is when
So that's
you get
when
the
you
wind
hit the
knocked
spot.
out of you.
Yep.
When somebody punches you in the
yeah.
stomach.
Solar
The
plexus.
red box.
Yeah.
Solar
Solar
plexus.
plexus,
That's
yep.
what it's called.
Yeah. This is how dumb I am. I remember I was reading the Hulk comic book, and the Hulk was yelling, and someone threw a grenade, and he accidentally got the grenade caught in his throat. But this is like when the Hulk was smart and had the brain of Banner, and he was like, oh, what a stupid way to die, Hulk. What a stupid way to die. And he was like, use the Heimlich maneuver on yourself. So the Hulk used the Heimlich maneuver on himself, spat out the grenade, and exploded in his face, and then he got real mad and powerful.
God, I love comic books.
Is that a real thing? Not the Hulk part
the
or the
food
grenade?
explode.
Right.
Can you do it to yourself, or?
Yeah.
And that's the appropriate thing, is like to make a fist
Yeah.
like that?
And when you make the fist, unlike when you punch someone, you need to have your thumb inside the fist.
Oh.
So that it forms a point.
With your like the knuckle of your thumb right
Yep.
there.
I thought
Okay.
I thought the whole
Yep.
purpose of the fist was to diffuse the point,
Nope.
but you
You want a
want it
point.
to be just
You
that
want a
one.
point.
When I'm trying it on myself, I can't not flex against it. You just intentionally relax
So-
and.
Yeah, you intentionally relax. You can put yourself up against a wall is the best way to do it. And then you just go for
Just
it.
go to town. Just
Yeah,
intentionally relax and just.
And you gotta use a lot of force on yourself. I know it's not fun, but it's better than being dead.
Better than being dead.
Better than being
That's
dead.
the slogan of the EMTs.
So what's the appropriate technique when you're going to apply it to someone else?
Because I'm the shortest one here, I'm gonna have Daniel demonstrate on me.
All right, so coming around the side, kind of have her arms out, and you just want to find that point and get low, get ready, and just come on in and up.
Right.
In and up.
When you are behind someone and they're choking and the Heimlich doesn't seem to be working and they pass out, you actually, when you're standing behind them, you need to have one leg in between their legs, because if they start to pass out, that's an easy way to let them down to the ground without dropping them.
Got it.
Oh,
Because if
yeah.
I pass out,
So you're
can
saying
catch
just
her. He can catch
before you
me.
even do
Yeah.
Heimlich, you want to be prepared for
Yes.
them to lose consciousness.
Unappropriate stance. Okay.
yes.
I mean, we're
I
married,
mean, you
so
don't
that was
have
very
to
appropriate.
be, yeah, you don't have to be like actually in between the leg, but just like behind them with the leg in the middle.
Be ready for them to
Yes,
collapse.
be ready for them to collapse, because the Heimlich doesn't always work.
Because the last thing you want is when they collapse and they get
lodged in
a
there.
concussion or
Yeah.
something
Right.
like that.
Do or don't actually practice the move on another person.
Do
Do not actually practice it.
'Cause you can
but
break ribs.
You can
You can.
fake it. You can technically break a rib, but it's more likely they're just gonna throw up.
So you can make somebody throw up by giving them the Heimlich?
Yeah,
Technically,
ruin the party. That's the real crime.
either that or they'll be dry heaving. Like, it's not pleasant to actually practice it on someone.
Okay, so let's say you do that and you don't get anything. Do you switch to whacking them on the back?
Well, see, that's more for babies.
Wait,
Yep.
oh, babies have their
Yep.
own rules.
Yes,
Okay,
babies
so
have
for
different
adults,
Babies
do the Heimlich.
and young children.
Adults, do the Heimlich. Yeah, you can slap them on the back and then try the Heimlich again. Again, whatever's going to get them to get that out of there.
Okay.
But when it comes to babies, you've got a different process. So
This is my daughter, Monica.
Yes.
You had to make it too real. Now I'm very uncomfortable with this.
Okay. So you would do abdominal thrusts. So you would find that same spot on the baby.
You're doing miniature.
Yes. And you're gonna do a miniature thumb in the baby, and you do 5 of them. And then if that doesn't work, you flip the baby over and make sure the baby can breathe. Then you do 5 back thrusts.
Oh my! And so the whole time, God, this is horrific as a parent to even consider.
Yeah.
But like, so there weirdly was something to your dad flipping your
Yeah.
brother upside down and punching him.
Yeah, it was an unorthodox technique, but I guess the method was sound.
And I guess this is one of those things where every second matters because, pretty quick you're losing oxygen to the brain.
Especially with children.
And so you're increasingly worried less about breaking ribs and
Right.
causing damage and more about
Right.
that time limit.
Absolutely.
So you're saying we give 5 thrusts
Yep, and
like
you find that same
and
spot.
then flip the baby
And
over?
Correct.
Yes, and mid back. You want to do
then-
mid back, and you actually want to do it with the palm of your hand.
And just like
Yeah, and-
like that, like thrusts or
Like
smacks?
blows.
Smacks.
Okay, so
blows,
do that
yeah.
like 5 times
Yeah.
and then switch back over to this and do it
Yes.
again?
Correct.
And just
Yes.
keep rotating like
Right.
that? Okay, got
And
it.
always make sure you form a V if you're gonna do the back thrust so the baby can breathe.
So you're not mashing the baby's face,
Right.
yeah, smothering it.
Toddlers, like really young children, you would do this similar, and you could do it over your knee. You can put the child on your knee.
Oh, so you
The
don't have
small
to do
children.
the
Right.
Vulcan face
Right.
palm.
Because that's gonna be difficult with a 30,
kid.
40-pound toddler.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you would use your knee.
So what's the thing with the chair? I heard you could like lean over and do a Heimlich on a chair.
You take the chair and you hit them in the back. It's gotta be a fold-up chair.
Make
you
sure
gotta
the
go.
ref isn't watching.
Yeah. You basically just fall onto the back of the chair. It's easier for someone who's shorter like me.
This is somebody to do on themselves?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, here. I
You
have a chair.
Okay.
I have a chair. Where's the ref?
There we go.
Basically, you would just take a chair and then you would just like fall on it. And if it's possible to get a corner or if there's like a little ornament on top,
This
you
is
would
a
try and
way-
do the same thing.
Yeah, because
just
I
fall on
know when I'm punching on my diaphragm and I instinctively flex. This is a way to
Yeah.
get a harder hit than you would be able to administer to yourself
Right.
then. Man, I want to try it, but I guess that'd be a bad idea.
Well,
My abs will probably wreck the chair, so I think Brian should probably try it. We just got these, they're new.
All right,
okay.
so to recap, international symbol for choking.
Yep.
Just go straight to this.
Yep.
If they're breathing, they're not choking. If they're able to say they're not choking, they're not choking. But be ready. If it's when they're not breathing, all of a sudden clock's ticking. Do whatever is better than letting them die, which includes whack at the back, Heimlich, self-administer the Heimlich. We talked about the baby Heimlich on both sides, and then chair Heimlich. I feel like your dad would just grab the chair and just whack the back.
Yeah, there's also the technique of if they can unhinge their jaw, you just reach
yeah.
in. Yeah, I read that on the internet on a forum.
Thank you guys so much. If
Yeah.
people want to learn more, I assume your advice, as always, is talk to your local fire department or EMTs, right?
absolutely.
Right.
Oh, dude, thank you guys so much. Handshake, 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 handshake,
Absolutely.
handshake,
All
handshake,
handshakes.
handshake. Good to see you, good to see you, good to see you, good to see you. Yeah, you guys, there we
Do
go.
both.
That's, oh, there you go.
Absolutely.
That's good.
There we go.
Excellent, excellent. There you go.
Yep, one more.
Okay, So choking. Coach Mikhail said if you get like a gable grip.
wrong. Okay. Wait, would that work? If somebody's got a gable grip, could you go up and just Heimlich them and then get them to breathe?
That's how you have to do it. You have to
Right.
restrain them first.
This is what we learned in the wrong order.
This
we should
is-
learn this first and then go see Coach Mikhail.